Hello, parents. Today we will be going over a lesson from Unit 7, Volume of a Cylinder. The standard is Math Content 8, GC9. Know the formulas of the volumes of cones, cylinders, and spheres and use them to solve real-world and mathematical problems. So first, your student will get their notes sheet. Here, the student will click on the video link and watch me do the example problems. So I'll go over example 1, I'll write all the steps out, and your student will copy down the notes on their paper. Then the video will go on to example 2. Again, I will be doing all the problems, all the steps, and your student will copy it onto their paper. Parents, you can ask your student, what is the difference between example 1 and example 2? If you notice, example 1 says find the volume of this cylinder in terms of pi. And example 2 says find the volume of this cylinder, round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. So the answer you're looking for from your student is example 2 has you multiply by 3.14 and example 1 does not. After your student has watched the videos and copied down the notes from example 1 and example 2, they will have 4 try it problems that will mirror the examples. So the first one, find the volume of this cylinder in terms of pi. Again, refer back to the notes if they forgot the difference here. And then try it number 2, find the volume of this cylinder, round your answer to the nearest tenth. Again, they will be writing down the formula and solving the problem just as I did in the example video. Parents, ask your students, do you know which digit to look at when you round to the nearest tenth? The student should answer, you should look at the digit 2 away from the decimal point. If that digit is 5 or more, you add 1 more. If it is 4 or less, you let it rest. Hopefully it's something they remember from 3rd or 4th grade. We have 2 more try it problems identical to the first 2. Again, finding the volume in terms of pi, and then find the volume and round your answer to the nearest tenth. Parents, your student can check their answers right here to see if they got it correct. Oh, sorry. Here. Right there at the bottom. Answer key. After your student has done practice and has checked their answers and feels competent, here's an applied learning question. Thomas bakes specialty cakes. He uses many different containers of various sizes and shapes to bake the parts of his cake. Select all of the following containers which hold the same amount of butter. So here your students will be finding the volume of all the shapes. Again, they refer to all their notes from the previous weeks. Today was cylinder, and then last week was cone and sphere. Parents, have your student find the volume of each shape first, and then compare the answers. There should be at least 2 that have the same volume. So first they find the volume of each one separately, and then compare the answers to select all of the following containers which hold the same amount of butter. So we're looking for the same volume. Here's the grading rubric. We have a 5-point scale. A student will get a 1 if they do little attempt to solve the problem. So maybe they just write the answer. A student will receive a 2 if they show some work and attempt to solve the problem. So maybe they write out the formula and just write the answer without showing the steps as I do in the example video. 3, a student will receive a 3 on this assignment if they show all their work, just as I do in the example video, and then attempt to solve the problem, but maybe make a mistake. A student will receive a 4 on this assignment if they show all their work and solve the problem correctly, receiving the right answers. A student can receive a 5, the highest grade possible, if they show all their work, solve the problem correctly, and explain how they solved the problem in writing complete sentences. If your student or yourself needs more clarity, I am available via Google Meet, email, or the Remind app. Here are some practice problems on iExcel on finding the volume of cylinders. If your student needs another video, they can go to the Khan Academy link on finding the volume of cylinders. And if your student feels they forgot how to use a formula and multiply, we did finding the volume of a prism, which is maybe 6th or 7th grade, and we did it before the unit started. So they can watch a video here to remind themselves on how to use a formula and multiply and get their answer. I hope this helps. Email me if you have any questions.